Alright. Well, I'm going to talk through the thing. So, the thing, the do, the ding, and the bing, and the bong. And we got to finish a couple drafts here, so we will. Simple as that. So, we got this sweet silver quill deck that we're 2-1 with right now. So, a little bit of strict saving first. Got to finish it in 22 hours, so pretty much today is the day. That has to be done. Excuse me. A couple little belches there as I drink some water. From drinking water, I should say. That we're going to do. Not a lot of Strixhaven draft players, I guess, on the onlines right now. But we're going to try. It's like, it has to be done anyway. You know, what are you going to do? When, you got the 22 hours, you got to do it anyway. Doesn't matter who the opponent is. They could have the most nutso deck, but meh. We gotta roll with it. And that's keepable. 3 lands. 3 land hand. Oh, I thought that was a different card. I'm sorry. I mean, sure, it's a 2/3. The other side of it is destroy everything. Like, it's destroy all creatures. You choose a creature and then you destroy everything, excuse me. But that's 8 mana. Like, why am I going to hold that for 8 mana? Like, if you have presumably there's a kill spell, but whatever. Return target creature, mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Draw a card, lose life, and make them sack a creature. Sure. I don't care. Sure. So they trade. Silver Quill, Pledge Mage. Let's see. So this is kind of awkward. Not the kill part, because I mean, I don't know. Well, maybe. No, I just kill it, yeah. I think I just kill it. Lose life. Thud. I can wait until it taps, but it's like, you know what? Just kill it. Gain 3 life. You're at 22. Let them do the Inkling thingamabopper. And then I can at least double spell next turn. I'm going to do it this way. Then we play the planes they know about. And it gets the planes out of our deck. Yep. Nope. We'll take the full 5 if they choose to attack with it. We have options. Because, target creature gets +3/+3 and gains flying until end of turn. We can give one of these lifelink, basically. And then +3/+3, and that's 6 lifelinking damage. They have lots of Inkling summonings. Okay. Cool. They're not going to attack us, though. It's a sorcery. Nothing in our yard is... I'm just not going to do anything with it. Because it's... Target opponent sacks a creature, they just very easily will sack like an Inkling or something silly. don't care. Okay. They're not going to tap anything, which is frustrating. Fine. Yep. I don't care. I mean, I made it flying, but I'm not. I'm still not gonna block because why would I want to trade that off? I do not want to trade that off. Okay. They could basically get us back, but I'm gonna do that. It's not the best ability, but it's like, sure, I'll do it. And then target a creature, target a player. Target a creature. Give it lifelink. Thud. Okay. The Inkling Beatdown is on. Okay. Fair enough. I have a rise to X this myself. The thing is, the learn cards are just free real estate. You know, that's what pisses me off. It's just like, what are you gonna do? Just reduce. I'm gonna just say reduce to memory, because that's the card that I know about. Casting it drains, so I at least drain you. Oh, and you have a Professor on it. So your deck is nutso.
New job, new life.
Creature or Planeswalker, so they can decide what they want. Oh boy. Yeah, decide what you want to get rid of, please, and thank you. Of course. Of course.
This is my favorite part. Watch the life essence fade.
Why would you do that? Just like, oh, I'm so scared. Why? I don't get this. Well, we gotta protect Professor Onyx. No, you don't. doesn't matter, because, yeah, you trade them off, you draw a card, you lose a life, all the nonsense that comes from going against a planeswalker. There's no way we can win this game. I guess they're trying to ultimate or do something silly, like, I don't... What are you doing? Other than BMing me, like no other. Because that's all you're doing is BMing me. Sure. I don't think we can win, but we get a nice little drain of life on them. But every Magecraft spell is going to gain them life anyway if they read the static ability on Professor Onyx.
Let's go digging.
Maybe it just drains us and doesn't gain them, but still, like, the static on Onyx is going to do something. Like, I don't get it. Sure. Sure. See, they're just playing around the Silver Quill Silencer, but I mean, it exiles a thing and gives them a 3. It turns the thing that they exiled, give me, into a 3/2 spirit, and it's like whatever, because that's just it. Like whatever. Oh, I'm hitting the land drops, that's for sure. There's a Rise to Exodus in here. I think that's the only removal spell I have left. Uh-huh. They lose 3 life. I draw a card. Oh, it's exile target creature, unfortunately. So there's the Rise to Exodus. I now need a card. Oh, nope. Doesn't matter. That's 8 in the air. Oh, no. Oh, no. You got me anyway. Boo-hoo. Really? Why would you even cast that? Like, I'm tapped out. I'm just gonna rub salt in your wounds because you decided to scry? Like, get out of here. Just get out of here with that shit. I don't understand Magic opponents sometimes. Well, we'll just lose the next one, and it won't be a problem. Like, we'll get this draft finished up pretty quick. Pretty quick. And then we'll be off to Phyrexial V1 to finish that one up. That one I might care a little more about, but unlikely. Like, this is fine. I don't have a 2, but I have a 3 and I have a 4. And I have this 1 that I can use as protection if I need to. Assuming it doesn't have 3 toughness. But like, whatever they play. okay. I may take the same line, but maybe I just play the other Shadewing Laureate for reasons. Because then at least if you kill one, I get the other will put a counter on the other, you know. So it's like, and I'm fine with that. Okay, land drop, cool. Blah. The method of my madness there is you cast the combat professor, and then this has vigilance. Well, now I'm doing it this way again, for reasons, but I'm gonna assume that's Amazon. And the dog's not reacting. Now he's reacting. Berries, come here. Come on, come here. It's just the UPS man. Berries, come here. Come on, come here. Take a seat. Come here. Come here. Take a seat. Come on. Sit. Good boy. Good boy, Berries. You're fine. Silencio. Combat Professor is a very good card, but let's do this. Because then the blocks are bad. I can still protect whatever. Yeah, no, let's do that. Let's keep the Combat Professor. You pretty much just chump the double striker, and then you're not going to do anything with the Pilgrim. Yeah, yep. I don't know Strixhaven well enough because it's been too long to know the combat tricks. I know the combat tricks in Phyrexian we won, of course. But, like, I kind of... And I can get a good read on an opponent for that. Sure. But plays around indestructibility. Let's see, now it's a 3/5 double striker. You gotta be a little more careful. I'm not signing for anything if it's... I assume it doesn't need a signature, and if it does, then... Because maybe it was a postman, regular postman, but you want to distract the dog. I don't want... I go and answer that door, and he tries to murder... I mean, not on purpose. His bark is worse than his bite. But it still is like, I don't want to risk that. Now do I? Oh, shit. Cheeky. Cheeky, cheeky, cheeky. Okay. Alright. You can draw a lot of cards. And you got my one protection spell out. So... You can actually sequence that, I think. So that you don't draw the whatever's on the top. A very frustrating opponent. What can I say? I have 4 damage in the air. You have to exhaust a lot of resources to remove my board. Only one of them has to get through. Oh, yes, that doesn't have haste. I get a scry off of my Silver Quill campus. There are options. I'm not saying they're good options, but there are options. 3 and 2. Oh my god. I'm at least up a game and not 500. Ugh. Son of a bitch. Let's get the door. Who was it? Boxes. In my box. And that's in my box. All the junk that I got there. Yep. There's my stuff. My junk. Hammers. Me talking with the dog instead of my chat on the stream. Because the dog's fun to talk to sometimes. You guys don't interact with me as much, but I don't interact with you as much as I probably should. A little bit of both. Double-edged sword. Oh. Considering the befuddles and all that jazz, yeah, you know, maybe I should have played. But I think going wide was correct. Because it's just like, whatever. You go wide, you keep whacking them. Whack, whack, whack. We have a 2, we just need a land that's non-tapped, and at least another land at some point. And then, like, we're off to the races. This is a pretty good hand. It needs lands to fully function, but it's a pretty good hand. The debate is, do you roll... But if I play that tapped, and then my turn 4 becomes this, like, that's good. But... like, I think I'd rather get him out now. If I draw an instant or sorcery, I can give it flying or lifelink. And that can start to swing a match for us. Yeah, it only is entered the battlefield under your control this turn, so yeah. I have an E-Spark, so whatever 4-drop they throw, I can give it flying or lifelink that way too. We have options. I'm really not worried about a 4-2. It's a 5-turn clock if it connected every turn. But I just don't see that happening. But then again, I didn't see the army of Inklings killing us in that one game. But little did I know, they, had a Professor Onyx and played with their food by just being like, no, I'm gonna protect the Onyx. Yeah. Well, that's kind of annoying, and the fact that it's a 3-drop is, I can't interact with it. I can't do anything. I legit can't do anything. You're highlighting my lands. What do you want me to do? What do you expect me to do with 3 lands? And your graveyard. Like, they're looking at everything. So, and they're tapped out. So, and you have a 5/3 creature, like, you just attack. Yeah, there you go. Like, you're just messing with me and annoying me at that point. Nope. I'm not gonna sack a 2/3 into that. 2/3 flyer that can, with the Vigilante, get in for quite a bit. Again, 3 mana, whereas the D-Spark can only get things that are greater than 4. Thud. Three and 3. And 3. Lots of little, whenever you gain life, put a counter on it. Nonsense. Okay. Alright, Menache. Well. I mean, I draw a land and I can interact with it. But, yeah, whatever. So long as it's not... Well, again, I don't know the combat tricks in this format like I used to. So, cool, it's got Death Touch, and it kills both, and then we're at a disadvantage now. Now we can't do anything in this game. Like, we're just out of it. Because you either pay the life, you don't pay the life. I got a 3/3, but then I'm facing down another 3/3 and a 3/3 and a 4/2. And they had the right... They had the nuts. They just had the nuts. Awesome. Kill me, because I don't care. I can't block the menace creature anyway. So we were dead. So at least Strixhaven is finished with, and I don't have to deal with it. You know, it's funny, you get advice from Channel Fireball people and whatnot, and they say, you know, oh, Silverquill's the best, and, you know, play Silverquill, and, oh, awesome, and no. What makes it the best? What made that deck good? I had 3 pieces of removal and a lot of flyers, but okay, I shouldn't have traded my flyers. How was I supposed... You get familiar with the draft format, but it's one of those things where it's like, how am I supposed to know, like, the combat tricks when I haven't played Strixhaven draft in, God, however long, you know, it's been since Strixhaven came out. I think over a year. But the rate that sets come out these days, maybe Strixhaven was, like, 6 months ago and I didn't know it. But it feels like it was at least a year ago when Strixhaven came out. I don't even think it's standard legal anymore, is it? I mean, maybe briefly it's still in standard. Because we're at the tail end of, like, that standard where rotation is going to occur at some point. Yeah, Strixhaven was right after Kaldheim, which did rotate, I'm pretty sure. And it was before Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, so last summer, last spring, I don't know, was AFR. AFR was, I want to say, last August, or to like 2 August ago, even. I've been in this apartment for more than a year. Good old Kemba. Oh, son of a bitch. Hey, you want to trade off your Flensing Raptor? I'll make the trade. I'll make the trade over here because I can then start toxicking you up with the Pestilence Siphoner. Yes, I should have played a Swamp, but let's not get into that. For the sake of casting him on at least turn 5 if I drew the 4th Swamp. But, again, let's not get into that. Oh, I see. Yeah, you have a 6/6 flyer, and I can't do anything with the 6/6 flyer. I got you. No, deal 2 to me. Thank you very much. Dross Pits. 2/2. No. I can't really interact with your Archfiend of Dross. They at least lose the game, but I can only throw 2 creatures in front of it. And the problem, well, there are issues then with this Phyrexian Obliterator, because then you could sacrifice it to the Obliterator's ability and could be like, yeah. I'm fine with that. Not with them sacking it to the taking the damage. Sure, I forgot about that second ability. It's easy to forget about that. Oh. What are you doing? What are you doing? Duelist to Deep Fate. Cool. Cool. No. No. It loses an oil counter, yep. Cool. I don't know what to do, so I take an additional 2 damage, and I just die in the air next turn, because I can't trade anything off, or I die anyway because of the stupid secondary sack ability on it. I drew a flyer, at least. Anytime damage is dealt to it, they have to sack something, so they can just sack their Archfiend of the Dross and get out of having to lose the game immediately when that counter is removed. But if they have the removal spell for the Incisor Glider, we're dead anyway, so it doesn't matter. Highlight Incisor Glider. Highlight Incisor Glider. They have the removal spell. I'm going to highlight the Incisor Glider because I have the removal spell. I'm going to keep highlighting the Incisor Glider because I have the removal spell. I'm going to highlight over here. I'm going to highlight over there. I'm going to highlight there. I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to highlight all my creatures because I know that I have, you know, it's like, I can't really block with the Obliterator, is the downside. It's not, if it's sacrificed or you remove the counter, like you lose the, no, it's, oh, well, why would you even planar disruption the Obliterator at that point? Really? What are you doing? Oh, well, I have the win if you... You had the win anyway! What the fuck? Make him suffer. I don't care if I use my timeouts. This is just... Oh my god. And are we even corrupted? No, we're 1 point away from being corrupted, but it's like... So they could have anointed anything if they wanted, you know. They can't anoint anything because we weren't corrupted, but... Why? Damage is simultaneous. So, if I put the Obliterator in front of the... of any of their creatures, I still take the damage. So, and I can't block the flyers at that point. So why would you sequence it that way, other than just being a dick? Because I'm going to then... I put the Obliterator probably in front of this. That's still 10 damage. We're at 8. And again, damage is simultaneous. So, I take the 10 and lose. You don't need to cast those 2 spells. You never did. But you just up and decided, I'm going to do this. This is how I'm going to win. I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. I told you they had the removal spell, and they did. You don't need to do that. You're just taking a crap on my porch and saying, like, yeah, cool. Hope you enjoyed that. Hey, I'll highlight my graveyard all you bloody want. We were at negative fucking 4. Tapped out, and you decided that... You hook? I'm gonna cast 2 removal spells and have lethal. You already had lethal. You didn't need to do that. So long as you had 1 removal spell for that flyer, you already had lethal. And then we get paired against a Mythic opponent. Oh, how much do I love you, Arena. And your ranking, well, your pairing system, not your ranking system. We all will be paired, and it's fair. And that's a good draw. Ah. I'm just playing around a combat trick. With the Incisor Glider online, I'm not happy, as you can tell, but have options. I don't want to throw my board away into that. I mean, on the one hand, we do have to kind of be the aggressor, but I'm not throwing my board away. Because they can easily just block this. I mean, the sentry gets +1, don't get me wrong, but you block it, and then it's just bad. Bad, bad, bad. Bad news bears. Put a swamp on top, baby. I mean, there's a lot of damage that's going to come through, but I think we can, and that's assuming they choose to swing out. Like, I will happily take 10, knowing that I can win the game basically on the next turn. Is what it is. Cool. Cool. I ain't blocking. Cool. Gain 3 life. Awesome. Okay. Oh, man. It just becomes a 3, and that's the issue here, is like you have 2 blockers. I can force through a lot of poison. Whatever. Oh, everything gets doubled. Oh, so much fun. Shouldn't have taken that turn off, Austin. Come on, Zoiby. You know better. Don't take a turn off. You gotta force that damage through. And then maybe if you played it... Great. Awesome. You know, it doesn't matter to me. You want to look at, you know, untapped.gg stats where I just don't do anything and I'm a wet fart and horrible at the game and horrible at life and just, ugh. You want to send somebody here to kill me? Because, I mean, I'd love to kill myself. I'd love to end my life. I hate my life. I hate myself. I hate my life. Please. Come run me over. Come hit me with a car. Come stab me. Come shoot me. I'm not allowed, you know, to own a firearm, but I'd shoot myself in the head if I was allowed to. Because I'd own one. I'd just go back to my closet. Put a bullet in my head. Oh, winning isn't everything. Oh, but it is, isn't it? When you are putting real money, look at these gems up here, into your gaming system. Just an unplayable rare into a pack where the rare is taken, into a somewhat unplayable uncommon here. I mean, LSV 3.5. Although the Raptor is such a good blocker that do you take the Raptor? I think you take the Raptor. I mean, I don't know. Green-black is an archetype, and green-blue is an archetype, but green-blue is just kind of proliferate shenanigans. So, But then again, do we want to, how open do we want to keep ourselves? Like, meh. I mean, I'll take the Skeeto. I'll take the damn Skeeto. And the two best, like, okay, it's pack 4, pick 4, or pack 1, pick 4. Excuse me. Blech. So pack 1, pick 4. It just happened that the two best cards that that came across our thing were green. Same with this pack. Like, the best card in here is the Oil Gorger Troll, I think. Or, I mean, either that or you're taking the Terramorphic Expanse because it's like, well, I keep myself open. But, no, I think the best card is that one. Red Sun's Twilight's okay. It's not as bad as Draftsman. Well, okay. I think it is as bad as Draftsman ranks in the sense that it's better in best of 3 than it is in best of 1. Doesn't do as like it's just devastating, of course, if you have it in your hand against a white-blue opponent, because there goes their Eye of Malkador, there goes their this, there goes their that, and you just just their board's gone. I mean, I can take the Rat or I can take the Furnace Strider. I'll take the. I'm leaning in this direction, but then again, we haven't seen. Whatever, I'll take it. I don't remember there being a ton of like super playable red that showed up, and I don't remember there being a super ton of playable black either. So it's like whatever. To get got by a Zorpandrel, to get got by. We got BM twice, once in Strixhaven and once in. I mean, I guess you have the right to do it. What do you want me to say? It's just like you have the right to do it, and online it's a lot easier than paper. But that's like jump across the table and I strangle you because that is just, what are you doing? Maybe they just assumed that I was gonna scoop me, but like you went to cast another spell, like, so what are you doing? I guess the proliferates are kind of good with Skeeto. The potential proliferates. I don't really have anything with oil counters on it though right now, other than the Skeeto. I don't have a Lattice Blade Mantis. I don't have a Predation Steward. Armored Scrap Gorger. I mean, I'm okay with this. Like, I'm okay with taking a Scrap Trap. I mean, here you take the removal spell, but the Scrap Trap is it's a fairly decent card. Like, it's no problem. Spore Singer, just look at it. Idolize how pretty it is. At least we have one viewer. Hey, viewer, do you want to come and, murder me? Or at least pull the trigger, and I'll just hold the gun. Or maybe you just hold the gun and I'll pull the trigger. That's right, because I don't want to live anymore. I'm still going to keep doing this draft. But who knows? Maybe you don't see me for, a week, 2 weeks. Maybe I don't stream for a month and you wonder, what happened to Zombie Devil? Turns out he committed suicide. No one will miss me. It's not like you're actually watching me for good content or good drafting. I've gone 1-4 today. Technically, I did get a win off stream, but still, I've gone 2-4 today. And this pack's also just kind of poopy. I mean, I lean towards the Lattice Blade Mantis. I like I mean, I guess I could take it and try kind of pivot into something, but like, is it as splashable as? I don't know. I hate to lose a Lattice Blade Mantis over a Voidwing hybrid, but here we go. Oh, man. And we're just not... The signals coming from the right-hand side are they're not in red. And that... So... And that they're not in green or blue. I'm pivoting. X-Gold Slash is a very good comment. Sulfim is not bad. I mean, he's a Praetor. Well, not Praetor. The, Dominus. Dominus. Like, that was a very good pack for green. The Evolving Adaptive. And then there was, there's another card we wanted down there. Can't remember what it was, but we wanted it, damn it. Oh, it was the Branch Blight Soccer, that's right. Like, Branch Blight Soccer, very good 2-drop. I don't know if we're doing the Toxic thing. There's only 2 creatures. Well, 3 if you count the Spleg Nurse, but anyway, yeah, 2. Only got 2 creatures with Toxic. Make that 3, but... I'm still only a couple cards with Proliferate. That doesn't have Proliferate. The Spore Singer does, and you could play it as a Proliferator. I can also change my view if you prefer, but that just shows you what we have right now, and it doesn't really affect the sideboard view. So I don't know what you like, which view you like better. Excuse me, the side or the not side. I'm thinking I'm going to take, because we were just talking about Proliferate, and this is an Enter the Battlefield Proliferation, so... I think I'd want the Scrap Trap. I don't think we're trying to win through Toxic, though. I think you're just trying to get in. Like, incidentally, you're going to put, like, 3 counters on your opponent, but there's no Corrupted payoff. Nor is there... Like, that's the Toxic payoff, but... And Feed the Infection is just an incidental 3 damage if you can get the 3 damage on your... or the 3 counters on your opponent. Which 1 strike with the Rot Priest out is effectively 3 poison. Effectively. I know they're not, equivalents, but I'm just saying. Blue is definitely open. Some weird, but wow. I'd say we could do some weird like splash mechanic, but we can't. Vraska's Fall is not a good card. Because there's a lot of things that just, whether it's the Slinging Hive Master or whatever, Stinging Hive Master, that sounds right. Or the, or the Crawling Chorus, that basically will, okay, I'll sack it. But then it turns into another creature, and it's like, no. You do not want that. Because the whole point of casting a Vraska's Fall is to just keep the board clear. Well, if the board's not clear, that's actually a late complete devotion. Because that's a pretty good card. It is the Stinging High Master. I was right. Like, the Jawbone Duelist is good. Conduit of Worlds, meh. Conduit of Worlds, it's a weird card. Like, I can play lands from my graveyard. Cool. Like, that's very good. These are 3 very good cards. Like, we want all of them, if we can have them. I lean towards, because we only have 1/3 drop, the viral spawning. I don't think any of them will. If any of these cards are going to come back to us, it's going to be maybe the Edifice and maybe the Infectious Inquiry of this pile. No. I'm just... I'll take it, but I'm going to pray. Tyvar Stand is good. Sack is good and Predation is good. These are both very good cards. I think Predation is a little bit better than Sack. So... take the Predation. Probably the Tainted is better than the... Although, maybe the Terramorphic Expanse too. Because we have actually some decent blue cards. They're in the pile that is our board. I think I want this 2-drop over this 5-drop. Just because we do have a couple trolls, so anything with oil on it. We have a couple, 2, 3. And then, like, the other Necrosquito. Maybe we do want the other Necrosquito to come back to us. I doubt it will, though. And then you can just win out of nowhere with the Tyvar Stand. It's not a good deck. Like the signals were a little wonky there, but then again, it's just pick two, and it's like, oh, well, a Sulfim lands in our lap. Okay, and then a Hex Gold Slash in the next pack. So, like, the 2 people to our left aren't in red. Yeah, I told you we'd get an Inquiry. That's not the same pack, I don't think, but I told you we'd get an Inquiry back. I didn't lie about that. I mean, Prophetic Prism is an interesting little card there. We don't have anything we necessarily want to sack to the Annihilating Glare, but I suppose if push comes to shove, we can say, Predation Steward or something, and then you grow your Necrosquito. I mean, I think it's fine. And I think playing something like... I don't know if you want to be on a blue splash, per se, but... Egg Cleaver's fine. It's just fine. The between the feed the infections. I'll just take Terramorphic Expanse, it's fine. I'm not playing I'm just not gonna play those mesmerizing doses. I mean, the 7-drop can win you the game, but it's not a good card. You're never gonna get to 7 mana. So I think we're just trying to win through. I think ironically, we are trying to win through Toxic, but it's not gonna work the way we want it to. Yeah, it's because it says Jonder, it says Sultai. Blop, 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 blop. I don't think we want the additional tap land. It says it doesn't want that card, it doesn't want that card, it doesn't want that card. Well, well, well. Aren't you picky? 8, 14, 16. So I am already on 16 lands. Lovely. I thought I'd get that sack to come back. It did not. It's a good blocker. But double blue may be asking a bit much. Off a mesmerizing dose. Oops, the hex gold. How did that get in there? I must have scrolled over it. Very, very improperly. I forget what the blue card was when the Skeeto was there. Oh, it was the Gix, it was between Gix Raptor and the Skeeto. And that kind of controlled where we... that third pick basically controlled where we put our resources in the second color. Our first color was still green, and it's okay. Green was definitely open in that third pack, I think. Between, like, the Incubation Sack and between the... like, a few of those cards, at least. But it's just unfortunate that like nothing really comes back to you, and you're like, okay, I don't think we're going to proliferate 10 counters on our opponent here, but like, I'll roll with it. I'm gonna draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. What is your 3-drop? 3-drop's just a little 2/2. Okay, and I didn't draw what I needed, realistically. So I think just a 2/2 flyer is better than a 1/1 and nothing else. Like, if I drew an island, then I'd 1/1 and dose the Centurion. Fine. It wouldn't have mattered. So anything that isn't a 2/2. And then 2/4. And we got 5, 8 out of... so we have half of our lands in our hand. Oh, great. Down a Knicker. not going to do anything for a while then. Just not going to do anything. It avoids the proliferation because it counters the spell. Sure. Sure. I mean, if the race is, I guess, on where it's like you should be at 4 poison and we're the ones at 4 poison, then yeah, I guess that's... But they have 5 cards in hand and we have 1. Cool. Now we have 0. I will happily trade a 6-drop for a 1-1. And then that keeps the board clear for Menache. Menache McGee, but you're willing to play 2 bad cards in draft with a pile of okay cards. And then, like, the cards I probably want are all down here on the bottom of my deck, so... Yay! Draw, 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 draw. I'm turning to my deck, turning to my deck. Brrr. I'm just gonna sack it and counter the spell. It doesn't matter, like, I'm doing what I want to do, which is getting the creature off the board. I don't want you proliferating, because a proliferation a turn, we lose the poison race. Here we do okay in the poison race. Of course I said okay, I didn't say amazing. More card draw, more card draw, more card draw. Just what the doctor ordered. Well, dosing the Centurion was a mistake. You should have dosed the Trollodrake. Me. I will look in your graveyard and that have emerged something. Yes. I've decided I want to make you discard a card. What are you holding? Why, it's a land, my good sir. Awesome. Life is not going to work out for us. It's not going to work out for... Cool. I don't think I can come back from this. I have no card draw, really. Sure. It's gone. But... No. Oh, and you have an annoyance. How lovely. So it didn't matter. I mean, I was just gonna block with it anyway. And probably die the next turn. So they hit gas, and we hit just ass. The big brown turd. Dear Watsy. That's more I expect a freaking letter from them of just like, just kill yourself, Zoidy. Do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Because we don't want you to perform well at our game. You know, some people, like Jim Davis, can easily bronze to Mythic. Me, no. Me, It's just like, we're gonna punish you. And the fact that we can see on your account that you keep giving us $100 for gems, you know, we want you to keep putting money in the slot machine. Because it's our fucking slot machine. Yeah, I'll just keep drafting until you get the right combination of mythics. I had a draft with every pack was an on-color mythic. I mean, the first, to rephrase that and make it sound better, it's like pack 1, pick 1 was, I think, Koth or something. Or no, I think it was Capricious Hellraiser or something like that. And then Koth was the next one. Pack 2, pick 1. And then it was some other, like, green or red mythic. It wasn't Luca. But it was just, like, a card that was a green or red mythic. And, yeah, it's, like, cool. Like, that's awesome. That it's just, like, runner, mythic. And it went 0-3. That draft deck didn't do anything. I mean, I know the Hellraiser's 3 red, and 3 colorless and 3 red. I know the Koth is 2 red, 2 red and 2 colorless, and, like, he's pretty good. But nope. Not for me, I guess. I just want to hold up the Anoint, because I'm just going to anoint the stupid Troller Drake. I know I can get in, but there's a method of my madness here. Okay, it's only 1 damage. Yeah. I'm still focused on the game despite my depression. I mean, hopefully you can tell that. But doesn't matter. We're not getting out of Diamond 4 anytime soon. We win 3, we lose 3. We win 3, we lose 3. We win 7 or 6 and get into Diamond 3, and then we fall all the way back down to Diamond 4. The bottom of Diamond 4. Not even the top of Diamond 4. And, like, climb your way back into Diamond 3. It's like the Sisyphus pushing the rock up the hill. Or mountain, however you want to define the translation there of Sisyphus, but yes, his hell is all, you know, getting close to the top, but never getting to the actual top. Forever pushing a rock up the hill. Or pushing a rock. you have Orpheus and Eurydice. You know, oh, I made a deal with Hades to get my wife out of literal hell, and okay, the deal is you know that you know, all right, you can leave, but you can't look back as you're leaving hell. It's like, okay. I think I can take that deal. Oops, I looked back. You know, well, sorry, she goes back, straight back to hell. I can do both. Leroy Jenkins. I have a whisper, so I don't care. So block wherever you're gonna block. I have a proliferate here and a proliferate that doesn't affect the combat damage, but it does affect other things. And I technically have a proliferate there if I wanted to use it. Don't care about that. Okay. Yeah, and then you're leaving your Flame Stoker because your Flame Stoker is a whole thing of card draw. Well. Yeah, I think I leave the... Well... I can either kill the Retrofitter or I can kill the Trinity Rabble. I think I'd like to make the Cankerbloom trade, so I'm not opposed. I think I just keep my Bright Branch Stalker alive. And I think I'm okay, because this is double proliferation. So unless you can find an answer for the flyer... Like, we have him in 2 turns. You have to figure out how to deal with the 7/7, and then you have to figure out how to deal with a 2/3 flyer. So you have to play something that flies. That's step 1. Okay, so you have a flyer. That's good. That's dumb. No. Okay. Alright. That's all I have to do. Land. 5, 7, 9, 11. You had 5 lands in your deck. You are now going to go runner into them. I mean, the Gulping Scrap... did I take the scrap? I think I... I know Draftsmith told me to, but that doesn't mean I listened. But if it's still in here, then that's an instant win. Fun. They found a Volt Charge. I can't proliferate. Well done, sir. Good day, sir. You can't proliferate and make your 7-7 and 8-8. And then I shall make it so that I just beat you to death with Eyes of Malkador and Gitaxian Raptors. You missed your opportunity. There's no way you can win this game now. I'm at 8 poison, and you can't get me to over the line. There. No. You have to block. They trade anyway, so what do I care about giving it Death Touch? Do whatever you're gonna do, man. But life becomes very complicated for you. Well, as you see, I have a removal spell for the Evolving Adaptive, and then I have a removal spell for the Next Gen Rot Priest. Or, you know, I have a way that I can... Because he pretty much has to do 1 and 1 right now. You either die to damage or you die to the poison. Cool. What's next? I'm not gonna do... I'm gonna make you cast it. They're waiting for me to tap my mana, I guess, to give my Rot Priest Death Touch. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Next. Crescendo. Okay. Okay, the board's clear. Now what? Unctus's Retrofitter. Turns the Prophetic Prism. I now have 2 blockers, and it doesn't matter. Because those blockers can beat your Rot Priest. They can. That's true. Another toxic creature. I mean, Infectious Inquiry is an instant poison counter. That would be nice. And it's 2 cards, so, like, creatures are good. I have removal spells still live in my deck, too. Because any removal spell would basically win us the game, too, because this always puts an additional counter on. You annoy me so. funny thing is I don't need to. Because that 3 damage is then the... But if that's a counterspell, then we're kind of, you know... Kind of boned. Trade off the Quicksilver Fisher. I'm fine with trading off the Quicksilver Fisher. I think they had the right idea. The reality of it is they don't know that I have a Feed the Infection. So, that's me playing with my food a little bit, but not really. Because, you know, it only is going to drain him for 3. And we take him to 2, and then it's like, you know, okay, what else is in the deck? So... It doesn't place a counter. It just sees the Corrupted and drains them for 3. Cool. Feed the Infection. Feed the Infection. Vorak. Decline. Proliferate. Cancel. Yeah. Because I can double block them off. Oh, cool. Artifact. What? Not interested. Just not interested at all. Predation Steward. The cards that we saw were the it was Ruthless Predation was one of them. I know that. There we go. I proliferate it. It wasn't the Infectious Inquiry. I know it wasn't the Infectious Inquiry, but it was Ruthless Predation was one. Oh, it's Voidwing Hybrid and Ruthless Predation were the 2, and it's like, damn. And I think if it was an Island Glare was the other one. And then it was like a land that naturally we wanted to proliferate. Like, that proliferation was key, getting them to the 9, considering they had Blue Sun Zenith, or blah, blah, blah. All 3 of our islands. We only have the 3. So good job, everybody. We drew 3 islands. Most powerful card in Magic. 3 islands. Oh, wow. And a no-hit. There's nothing to proliferate. I just didn't hit a land. So, awesome. thud. And I didn't draw land, I drew a branch blade. Cool. Cool. There's no guarantee that I draw the other swamp is the problem. Okay, can we get a forest, everybody? Now I'm taking 3 damage. No, that's not an artifact. Cool. Whatever. I guess he's afraid that it's like, oh, you grow it to a 3/3. Well, happy that you take the damage. That's not a problem. I need the second forest so that I can play the stupid Oil Gorge Troll, and then I'll eventually need a second swamp so that I can draw with the draw spits. But like, I'm not worried about that. I'm just not. And killing the Cacophony Scamp with the Whisper of the Dross is not smart, because it deals damage equal to its power. Well, actually, no. If you shrink it, then its power would be 0. So it shouldn't be able to kill the Branch Blade. Shouldn't. But what do I know? P is to block us. P is to block us. Okay. Let's see what you're gonna do here. Okay. Because it keeps the Vorak alive. 1 damage with a Cacophony Scamp is 1 damage. Yes, you can sacrifice it and shoot something. But you're only shooting for 1, unless you can give it Death Touch. Then that 1 is irrelevant. So my guess is there's a pump spell coming regardless. Or that maybe they were content with the trade and now they're not content with the trade because the pump spell is in hand. So with like the sacrifice trigger on the stack or something. And now the Oil Gorge Troll is useless. And we're losing the race. Awesome. Crash. Well, I was trying to draw a card. However, well, that doesn't really help us now, does it? Just gain 3 life. That I will then subsequently lose, but Blazing Crescendo. Freed from Flash. It's a crescendo, alright. Thud, thud, thud. Do you wish to sacrifice your thing and shoot me for 4? That's a mistake. Oh, fun. Fun. Well, its auto tapper actually kind of screwed me there. Because I knew what it was going to give me. Uh-huh. What can you rip off the top? I did that on purpose. Why play a head cleaver that's going to die? When I can do that. Dose the Furnace Strider. Well, it's all bad. It's just all bad at this point. Dose. Zoop. Submit 0. Get my Voidwing back. Cast the Voidwing. What did you draw? Oh, you drew a Koth. Yeah, no, you got it. You got it, boss. You got it. You got it. You got it. Well, suicide is looking more and more like the only option. So, place your bets. Place your bets. Gunshot, hanging, car accident, drowning. How would you like me to die? Nothing, I'm fine, with any option. So, make your requests for, implements of suicide. How would you like me to kill myself? And I'll do it. I'll do it, chat. Maybe I'll even live stream it and turn the camera on. Then you can watch. That'll be pretty fun, won't it? Live stream suicide. I thought that was a forest. I'm stupid. But whatever. And say go. Say go. Cool. I assume they have an answer for the Skeeto, but okay. I was gonna say, because, I think you'd make that trade if you have an answer to the Skeeto. You don't make that trade if you're just desperate to get in for 3 damage and 1 poison. Now, I get to hold up a Tyvar stand, but that doesn't mean I'm in a, oh god, a quality position. Wait, he targeted me? I find that bizarre, but because He'd have gotten 3 mites off of that. So I don't understand that decision, but hey, I got to kill. That was probably gonna be my move anyway, is killing the Rhea Ivor of Blade Hold, whatever. But yeah. Multiple tap lands, multiple tap lands, multiple tap lands. Look, I'm corrupted. At this point, I don't care. Like, you have me corrupted. Oh, and you probably got the land that you needed. Oh, it's got vigilance now. Ho ho ho. Yep. Lucky you. I go to 9, and I lose the race. That's why I hate the Necrosquito. I just do. What does it do? Great. Sacking to proliferate is actually not a bad idea, because it does turn into 2 things, but cool. I'll take 2, and then I have to think. Because that's 5 if you proliferate sack, but yeah. Three goes to 4, but then that, because of how the nature of how that untaps when it attacks. That's 2 poison. That's really annoying that that's 2 poison. Offering immortality, baby! Yep. It's not an artifact, is it? Nope. Good job. And the board is clear for them. Whee! Yay! Yay! Gold opponent! Yay! Gold opponent! Woo! Woo! Yay! Yay! I'm so happy! I love you, Arena! You're the best! You're the greatest! It's the best format! So please vote! Please vote on how you want me to commit suicide, because I can't do anything! A lovely 1-3, everybody! We're the greatest Magic players ever! Woohoo!